Yo, that song nearly lined up with the start of the stream. What is happening? How we doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. Yes, I know his stomach's not meant to look like that, but that is because I have finished doing the battle damage. And we are going to do the metallics. So we are 100% getting Char's Zaku 2 finished tonight. 100%. Let's take that arm off. Let's take the head off. And I don't need to take that arm off. Alright, cool. What the hell is happening to that song? What is happening to that song? Maybe we skip the song. Maybe it was just the song? Potentially? Hopefully it's not my PC. Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll close. Maybe I'll reload up. Hopefully that's fixed it. Nope. Yo, is the stream alright? Or is it just this stupid music? It says everything's fine. It looks good. Maybe it's just the dumbass music. Am I gonna have to just? Are we gonna have to go to Spotify? We might have to go to Spotify for one stream. Hey, Tapman Hoon, how you doing? Tattooed zoologist. How's this, guys? How's this? I didn't even realize because it's me, and I've been out of trading card games for a long time, right? So I picked up the Wings of Advance starter box, and I think, was it you, Hoon, saying that I should paint tall geese? And I really want it. That was you, wasn't it? Or yeah, it was you. All right. So I picked up the Wings of Advance box, right? So you get the Wing Gundam in it. You of course get tall geese as well. What the fuck is going on with this camera? Hang on, give me a sec. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, so like I was saying, right, you get these fancy, you can see that. Does it not like these cards? What the fuck is that? Let's try again. So we've got more hollows, right? 4 lots of hollows. Cool. Everything else, not hollow. Not hollow. Now, as you guys will be well aware, I also got this set, right? Which is the Xeon Rush. I didn't realize it doesn't like the cards. Why doesn't it like the cards? Anyway. What the fuck? It doesn't like the cards. I got a God pack. Like a God deck. I got a God deck. Why does that not like the cards? Maybe I'll zoom out more. Yeah, it's a whole deck of hollows. No, it still doesn't like them. Crazy. I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing. Anyway, let's continue painting. Hopefully the camera doesn't flicker while I'm painting silver metallic. Also, I was chatting to the guy in the hobby store because I was like, oh, I want to get every starter box. And he's like, well, Bandai being Bandai, there's a very real chance they will not remake the starter boxes once they're finished. And they're really popular. They're really, really popular. So I think I can get the one with the classic Gundam in it. But the seed one, that one's going to be difficult. Seed's going to be difficult. How crazy is my camera cracking the shits with holographic cards? It's a bit weird. They stated the boxes aren't getting remade. All right, I'm gonna have to try and get them because I want all the miniatures from them. They're probably going to release the miniatures separate. You would assume, but I've decided. I've 100% decided. I'm going to get all the models from those boxes and I'm going to paint them up. And when the tabletop game comes out, we are going to We're gonna set up and we're gonna film some games of the tabletop with miniatures painted to an heavy metal standard. And yeah, I finished all of this. Like, I think my scratches are getting better and better. Obviously the shield would get effed up a bit more. And I painted these sections in here matte black. See those sections that are matte black? And I didn't highlight them because they're just like they're a filler piece. They're a bit weird. Another one? Another what? I'm going to paint them all, dude. I'm going to paint them all. Bandai has... Yeah, dude, they all have FOMO tactics. Games Workshop has done that before as well. Remember that I think it was a Castellan... sorry, it was a Catachan. It was a Catachan, like, commander with a power fist. And he was super, super limited. Your backlog is huge. My backlog is fucking massive, brother. Another game for battle reports. I'm going to paint all the models, dude. I'm going to paint all of them. Other people aren't going to have to paint them. I'm going to paint them all. And the game's not out till next year. Avi, how we doing? How we doing? Just raining in the night, yeah. I'm looking forward to trying the new Everdark Sovereigns. But I've got some painting to do first. These Zaku ain't going to paint themselves. These Zaku are not going to paint themselves. Have you managed to beat the Everdark Sovereign at all? Either of them? Oh, it's Augur, isn't it? Hang on, wait. Is it... Hang on, wait. I thought it was the dragon. Is it Augur? Is it Augur and the goat frog? Do you know I could have played it before stream and I just decided not to. Did a little bit of painting before stream, watched some Gundam lore videos, tried to catch up on the lore. I feel like that's going to be near impossible to do. Alright, we've got the little head that we've got some pipes on too. I was thinking, trying to think ahead of time. When they finally release this game and you play with your hexagonal bases, It looks like there's going to be gaming mats designed with the hexagons on them. I was thinking, what if I just get some laser cut clear acrylic and some nice flame polished edges, so then no matter what the table they're on, they suit said table. Yo, if this music keeps playing up, we're going to put Spotify on. It's not like we make money from our lives anyway on YouTube. I think we might just sug it up and maybe play some divorced dads rock. I feel like this is an upbeat thing. I feel like this is the... Yeah, stuff it. We're going music. We're going Spotify. Let's see if Spotify stuff's up. Time for some divorced dads rock. It's been a minute. No, it is also Spotify. Okay. Maybe my internet browser's going weird. Unless it's still my PC, in which case I'm not going to be happy if that's what's happening. Changes by the Deftone. All right. Okay. The music's playing up, my guy. Let's just play this one. Does the stream seem jumpy at all or no? Not dropping any frames. It's good. I don't know what it is then. Dude, if it's my PC and it's still stuffed, I'm going to be pretty grumpy. And nobody likes a grumpy Judd. Nobody likes a grumpy Judd. I don't like a grumpy Judd. I like to think I'm, majority of the time, pretty chill. But yeah, if this PC hasn't been fixed and they've had it for 4 days, me and Dan from Scorptech are gonna have a chat. Me and Dan from Scorptech are gonna have a chat. I can't believe that I got a god deck, and I just thought that was the regular. I thought that was what you get. So every card, I thought every card you get for the Gundam game is meant to be a holo. Turns out, it's just been a long time since I've been involved in trading cards. Yeah, I'll film it. I'll film it, put up, because that'll be good content for TikTok. Although it turns out something's happening to my TikTok. I can't. It says I can't go live on my TikTok. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if someone's reported me or something. I don't know. All I know is when I go to my little interface here on channels and go down to TikTok, it says streaming not allowed, apply. Maybe it's something to do with restream. Maybe you can't use TikTok on restream anymore. Very high chance. Which is shit, but at the same time, YouTube and Twitch are more important. So your mate, boy, was dummy thick. Do we do the little vent? Yeah. Do we leave the little vent? Maybe we leave the little vent. We'll leave the little vent. All right, let's go back to this shit. Just make sure we've covered with all of this, and then we will shade it. Looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. Let's get some classic null oil action. That's right. We're using the OG liquid gold. Yeah, that's a big lad. 50 kgs, holy shit. How do I still have classic null? Just got connections, yeah. Nah, I had 2 pots left. Actually, I had one pot left over, and then one of my mates who had wasn't painting as much was like, hey man, you take this, like you'll use it. So that's what this is, the last pot I've got, the last pot of classic null. It's going to be a sad day when this runs out. Yeah, Lockie gets 2 thin coats and puts some Abaddon black in it. But at the same time, Lockie hasn't used classic null null. So I got the tall geese one. Wings of Advance. I got Wings of Advance, and then I got a booster box. And that is how I realized that I got a god deck. Because I was like, what are these normal cards? Why aren't all of the cards holographic like my Zaku? Like I was saying, dude, I've been out of the trading card game that long that I've got no idea, and I've never collected anything from Bandai, right? So I just assumed, I was like, oh, they just must make all of their cards hollow so people buy them or something. No, they don't. And I was showing them on stream before, but the stream was wigging out. It just didn't like the reflection. It didn't like the reflection. Let's see if it does it with these. Like I got a booster too. And I got a Unicorn Gundam 02 Banshee. Yep, it is quite literally, it's quite literally the holographic cards. I don't understand that. Why would that do that? But anyway. Hang on, does it do it with a regular card? No. G Sky easy. Does someone know the science why my camera would flicker with a holographic card on it? That's so weird. It's actually really weird. Wonderland Games, no, I haven't. Are they in Queensland, are they? Or are they in Melbourne and I have to make a trip? Do I have to make a trip? Is that what's happening? I'll get them, dude. If I have to go get them, I'll get them. Like I said, I'm gonna paint every model from all 4 starter boxes. We are shaded, and I don't do this with every paint, but we do it with Nuln Oil. I actually scoop it up and I put it back in the pot. They're at the Goldie. I'd probably order them, bro. I don't know. It's pretty damn popular. I didn't realize it was going to be this popular. I was just like, oh yeah, it'd be like, I don't know, Pokemon cards where there's always like a starter box left over or something. Nah, dude. Nah. Gundam be crazy, bro. Nah, I reckon I can find one. You just grab one for yourself, dude. But yeah, I would 100% get him to put it aside. 100%. Oh, let's put a little bit of water in this, help it flow. Let's try and get some nice thin silver edge highlights here. This is that part, everyone that sort of uses this paint process where you do a Tamiya varnish. This is that step that can get rushed. This is that step where you're just like, I just want to get it done. Yo, what's happening, Marvin? Cooking? Let the man cook. Foamy Falcon Man, thank you very much for the follow. Too sick.
I've got blue souls, cause I'm way gone, trying to find my way back home. Count my boons as in desert crumbs spoon. I'm gonna turn all of my stones.
Rock bottom make the man and some pressure make a gemstone. Trying to put $1 to my name like Creflo. Ninja boy, late to the game, it's in the blood flow. And I'm from the south, it's thick skin and tough bone. Big attitude through big lips with gusto. Trust no kings, that's why they tried to crush souls. But it's IGBO, when the dust blow, this old head be standing there. No silver, just gold. Crack no books on the hustle. I was born to grind. Yo, I'm scared of your potential. I'm adorned with mine. 30 times around the sun, man. Of course I shine. My legacy will not dwarf with time. And in my daughter's eyes is basic. I must not say quit. Every day sees a present like a Rob St. Nick. Walk a fine line between tenacious and patient. I can't slip. I'm fighting clocks and they can't win.
I've got bruised souls, cause I'm way grown, trying to find my way back home. Count my wounds as in desert crumbs flow. I'm gonna turn all of my stones. I've got bruised souls, cause I'm way grown, trying to find my way back home. Who that soldier in the mirror? Oh, oh. I'm gonna turn all of my stones.
Impeccably I flow, hardest raps you know, breaking status quo, reaping what I sow, artistry like Van Gogh, get it from my mama, hip so thick that I need tempo, personality spicy, body banging like a bongo, cause black women been it since Timbuktu since Pharaoh, sponge rollers and hot combs, lips, cheeks and brow bones, if you ain't for the culture then please stay out of my zone, these little dummy rappers could never grace like headphones, see I'm from a place in space isn't showing. You need endurance to go in. I got mileage on this pen. I've been busy cause I've been out here schooling all these kids. Took 3 decades to have this glow up that I did.
Got bruised souls, 'cause I'm way grown. Trying to find my way back.
Yeah, that tall geese model, I started building it. That's going to take me ages to paint.
All of my stones. I got bruised souls, 'cause I'm way grown. Trying to find my way back home. Who that soldier in the mirror? Oh, oh. Gonna turn all of my stones. Yeah. Q, Reggie, Auckland, New York.
All right, let's just get this. I'm also going to have to glue it. There's some areas that I'm going to have to overglue. I mean, I don't have to glue it, but I want to. Alright. Char's Zaku is finished. Char Zaku is done. We're done, baby. Let's go like this. Hang on, give me a sec. There's going to be nothing on the... Actually, wait. If I go like this. I go like this. I go like this. Cool. Let's go like that. I did that little lens too on his. It painted a Gundam mark. How's that? Who would have thought? Yeah, this thing. Bro, look at this. That's going to take a while. Okay. We're going to, I guess we'll just paint up the other Zakus. Let's do the other two Zakus. Same, yeah, they are the same size. They're around about the same size. That is true. That is true. That's about it, though. Might need to paint that little bit on his foot black. Okay, cool. Let's do a Zaku too. I'm going to batch paint these, dude. We're going to batch paint these. Like, I'm going to put in a ton of work at the studio on these guys. All right, my recess shade on my Zaku 2 dark green. I didn't write down. I know I did. Lauren and the Corns. One part Lauren green. And I've already recessed the Heat Hawk one. Oh, that's what I was meant to do. Oh no, I haven't recessed all of it. Oh, I have. Maybe I have. I was meant to pick up some more paint for the edge highlights. That's okay. I can get them Saturday. Get them at the... Oh, wait. That's a good excuse. Maybe I don't get them at the studio. Maybe I get them from Games Workshop and I get a free Space Wolf model. And then I don't feel bad getting a Space Wolf model because I'm buying some paints. In half an hour, guys, we are going to jump into the Discord and to the thread, the live stream community showcase. So you can jump in there and upload your work and we will show other people what you've been up to hobby-wise. And then, yeah, so we've got another hour of streaming. And after that, Marvin, Nath, and Avi. You're going to have to work out who's doing Night Rain or what order. I'm not getting involved. Or maybe I'm not getting involved. Maybe I'm not getting involved. Maybe it's you three.
If I could change my mind to feel something, I would, yeah. And no, I don't want you to feel misunderstood, no. It's just that I'm not in the place to give you your way. And maybe I just need the space and the grace to say that I don't have the room for you to be all in. And I don't think I will later down the road. Get out of my way, feeling kinda bad, feeling kinda heavy, feeling kinda sad.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the little peg to finish drying because you can see a little bit of the peg at the bottom of the foot, and then I'll show you. Is it weird? No, it's getting a little bit of extra money out of people, isn't it? I was like, is it weird that they're giving you the model on a circular base, but it's going to get played on a hexagon? When they could have quite literally just given you a hexagon? We need revenge for last night? Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I played like an absolute potato in those 2 games. Like, played like an actual potato with an Xbox controller. Char's Zaku. Do you know what? I should get a pick. Maybe I'll just get a pick. Maybe I'll get a pick on with the white background. Stuff it. You effed up going dog? Yeah, but I also effed up because I tried to shoot like 7 of the sigils by hand when I could have just altered it. Oh, and you know what? The first one wasn't even our fault. Me not joining in the boss area was just garbage. That was bullshit. All right, let's get a screenshot. Let's get a nice screenshot that we can put on Instagram. Turn a little bit. Cool. Augur's big. Yeah, well, I mean, starting second phase, like most of the bosses, is pretty nutty, isn't it? I think it might be, and you've had a go at it, Avi. I think Augur might be one where you want to be running 2 Iron Eyes, or you actually want Revenant and Recluse with Lightning Spear. The other thing I was thinking, because you have to end up dealing with a bunch of his bombs that he drops down that do massive damage, or the sleep. And I was like, what if you have a Guardian? A Guardian would actually play pretty good. Slow AF, but the ult protecting you from the explosion. And now you know why they didn't release it, because of the tsunami. Why is that? Oh, does it do a big tsunami in the actual game? Is that why? Because people would be like too soon, because the whole 24-hour difference makes a big difference. Yep, really. Yeah, but I don't think you were saying it's because it does a tsunami in the game. Something to look forward to, I guess. The base one does... No, the base one doesn't wave. It doesn't do a tsunami. You didn't manage to do it because you couldn't damage it. So there's one thing, Avi, and I think that it probably needs to be done in this version is you want to, you know, when it does the thing where it just cuts laps and it just drops a whole bunch of its little jellyfish. You want to kill the hands because the hands actually send out projectiles and damage it. But in the normal mode, you don't really need to worry about it because you just do so much damage. Oh, this when it puts you to, when you go to sleep. When you go to sleep. That one. Or you couldn't damage the bomb. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for these edge highlights. And I should also go like this and take his arm off so I can actually reach everywhere. Although I need to take the leg off to get the arm off. Come on, buddy. They're different system for push fit models. I say different because I'm comparing it to Warhammer miniatures. It's lazy design, isn't it? They didn't put the line up the back of the leg like the other ones. Oh, that one doesn't have them either. Oh, maybe it's just a different Zaku. Or maybe they were lazy. Why did I think they were going to release the dragon as the Ever Dark Sovereign? I don't really care. We're going to beat it anyway. Marvin might care though. Oh, it's not one of those. Oh, dude. Why did they bring that into this game? So it's like Rykard and the giant. What's his name from Dark Souls 3? Where you is it? Oh no, is it one where you have to hurt him with Storm Roar? Oh well. It consumed heaps of FP. Okay. Oh, that is shit. Still gonna go. Still gonna go wilder. Unless they're trying to force people to play multiple different characters. We're gonna have to do a triple witch runner. Bunch of starlight shards.
Dawn's up and my door shut. D&D, so don't call up. A few missed meals, so what? Crunch time about to crawl up. I'm a force under big pressure. Under pressure, they sprawl us. If you coasting with a mediocre, then any over you cold luck. I've been about the grind though. Got plenty of receipts too. My lower back tell me all the time what 12 hours on repeat, dude. But can't stop, I don't got breaks. I've been putting in years, dude. Ain't it funny how you get lucky when you work harder than your peers do? Guess I'm lucky all day. That's right. I guess I'm lucky all day. I guess I'm lucky all day. Now you wanna tell me that I'm lucky all day. Some call me a king, others say I drew oasis. They think I picked up the crown from the pavement. Well, if I'm
see that part of the model in here. It's super thick.
They wanna see my decline. There's a whole line of them, that's fine. I stay posted up in their minds and don't pay a dime of rent. I don't mix much with they kind. I ain't trying to blend the difference between I and them and Steinbeck of mice and men. Ooh, it's time again. Straps on, we live again. Upset and they in position, but I ain't even got eyes on them. It's a me versus me exhibition. Me winning, that's repetition. When I retire, that's deposition. Untouchable, I'm the definition. I don't blame them, not a rise. Venom is a ball. Came up as another dog, and now I'm at the pinnacle. Some call it crazy, others call it a miracle. The only thing I know is that I grind and I get it up. No, I ain't do no dice roll. I went through the fire, now everything is refined gold. Oh, what the hell do I know? Maybe I'm just lucky, and this is how my life goes. Guess I'm lucky all day. Guess what? I guess I'm lucky all day. I guess I'm lucky all day. If you wanna tell me that I'm lucky all day. Some call me a king, others say I drew aces. They think I picked up the crown from the pavement. Well, if I'm lucky, guess I'm lucky all day. Guess I'm lucky all day. Guess I'm lucky all day. Everybody around me gets both things. Call it coincidence or good omens. If I'm lucky, guess I'm lucky all day. Guess I'm lucky all day. Guess I'm lucky all day now.
All right. The goal for tonight is, and I think we should do it, is to get all the recess shades done on this second Zaku. It is something that should be achieved. Nate was here. He said he was keen, but I don't know what's happened since then. What time do you have to get up, Marvin? For work? You've been getting up at 4:30? That's nuts, bro. Why are you getting up that early for work? Or are you going to the gym before work? .30 starts. That is rough. What are you getting up in the night for, dude? Yeah, I don't know if I like the silver pipes. I did see him in some artwork though. The leg ones look alright. I don't know. Maybe I'll finish the other guys and then we'll see. You think it's not? I just wanted to break up the colors a bit. Like it ends up being a lot of that orange. Like it really does. It's peachy. I've got to give it a name. Asnabal Orange. Everyone gives names to their paints. I'm going to call mine Asnabal Orange. And then when I do, what's his is it Zanzibar? No. Is that what his other suit's called? Sazabi. When I paint Sazabi, because it's like red, I'm gonna name that recipe Red Comet. So when you're painting in sub-assemblies, mediocre, I typically like to paint, if you're painting Warhammer, I typically like to paint models in the largest pieces possible where I can access everything easy. So in the instance of, we'll just use, hang on. Let's use my chapter champion as an example. So in the instance of a chapter champion, for myself, the way I like to paint so I can reach every single area, I have each of the arms separate. You could, if you want, separate the shoulder pads. You don't need to. But I have each arm separate. I have the head separate and I have the backpack separate. And sometimes, because the legs join really, really easy and they don't look like they've been joined after the model has been painted, sometimes I'll keep a leg off so I can like paint in between the legs really easy. Excuse me. In the instance of these models, they're push fit. So these ones you can pull apart and paint real easy, like I just did with this guy. Oh yeah, he's clone. Full frontal, he's clone. Push fit is pegs, no glue, yes. And I like to explain because I want everyone to learn. No matter, like, I think I can help teach veterans how to paint certain things. But I especially want to take away the intimidation factor for people that are new to the hobby, because I know that it can be tough. But yeah, push fit have pegs. Essentially, models you can assemble without glue are push fit. And the modern day Games Workshop push fit is quite a good model, and fairly easy to pull apart and paint in separate pieces if you need to. Oh, it is time for the live stream community showcase. So let's just jump over into that Discord and we will see what you guys have been working on. Push fit ones really depends. It honestly really depends. So like this guy's push fit, this Terminator, I don't think I glued him. Nope. Nope. The new push fit stuff's sick, dude. This is a push fit model. This is a push fit model. The new stuff is really good compared to the old push fit stuff. Where's my Dark Angel? So this is what the old push fit used to be from Games Workshop. See how this is all one big block? It's quite literally just all blocked together. Like that arm is connected to the pocket and stuff. That's what the old Games Workshop push fit stuff is. The new stuff is like vastly better. This Gundam stuff's actually pretty good. There are a few, like this is a good model to show you. There are a few areas that are a little bit weird. I'm sure that over time they will improve, but like this section right here, how it's not just a separate cable. This section here that I just painted matte black. There's this block here that connects the arm there. I probably could have cut it out, to be honest, but it also holds that gun. But I could have glued it. So, I don't know. They're not bad. They've got some work to do, but for what they are, they're pretty good. But the Games Workshop push fit models, because they've had like years of research and development for it. Oh, I meant to go on the Discord. Because they've had years of research and development, they've obviously worked on it a lot. Let's just go here. Nice. All right, we have got some more Gunpla from Hoon. Just finished panel line this guy. Who's this guy? That's a different Gunpla model that I'm used to seeing. Bandai engineers, yeah, I mean, like their actual Gunpla models are phenomenal. Though these miniatures they're working on, they'll obviously refine them over time. MGSD Barbie. Oh, Barbatos. Barbatos? From Iron-Blooded Orphans. Buddha. How good does that look, dude? How good does that look? Gotta be happy with that, dude. Oh, flames. How are you doing those? As Buddha, maybe Buddha's left. He's got to get up at 4:30. It's Barbatos, isn't it? Barbatos is sick. Oh yeah, dude. That's looking good. Looking good. He ends up getting like a tail. He goes like real animalistic, doesn't he, Barbatos? And then he's like, his operator just loses function of his body and he ends up going a little bit feral. Oh, and I got it right. Hey, do you remember the other night when I was saying that they call them Gundam Meisters? That was in 00. They called them Gundam Meisters in 00. All right, we're going to paint for half an hour more or until I get all of this recess shading done. Whatever comes first. I think it might be the half an hour of painting. Because I do have a whole other arm to do. Gundam Meister a cool title? Yeah, well, isn't it is Meister Hunter? Is that Hunter in German or something? Or is it Master? Maybe it's Master. Gundam Master. Yeah, that's probably more likely. Maybe I'm thinking of Kaiser. It's Kaiser Hunter. Maybe I'm just making up a whole bunch of shit that I don't even know what I'm talking about. It does mean Master. There you go. Gundam Master. See, Buddha, take it easy, dude. Take it easy. Hopefully you get your seed starter box. Hey, hopefully you get a god deck like I did. Hopefully you get an entire god deck. Only that would happen to me, and then I'm like, that's just a regular deck. Idiot. I haven't slaved them yet. I will be. Don't you worry about that. They just sit there. They just sit there, don't worry. It was quite literally only because I got that other box today that I realized. It's the only reason. I cracked it open and like the first 4 cards are hollow because it's Wing Gundam and then Tall Geese. You get 2 of each card. And then nothing else was hollow and I'm like, what's going on with that? Why aren't the rest of these holographic? Because you got a god deck, you moron, and you didn't even realize.
I've got 2 souls, 'cause I'm way gone, trying to find my way back home. Count my boons as in
That's the type of shit people make content from, and then they like run around the room. They're like, "Oh my god!" And I just opened it off stream, and I was like, "Oh yeah, regular set." Just a regular set. A 100% classic. 100% classic. Yeah. Dude, it wasn't even really that. It was like I got the box and I opened it and I was like, oh yeah, these cards are cool. I'll just put them to the side. Like I'm not overly interested in the cards whatsoever. Like the artwork's cool, but I just like looked through them. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Zaku, I know the Zaku too. I know Char Zaku. I was like, I don't know what this one is, but it looks cool. Just put it to the side and started building miniatures. Makes people have Charas that have kids from it. Yeah, except I've got no kids, and even if they're commons, I don't just fling them around, you know. I mean, that's just kids, right? I remember when I was living with my brother and I had like my box of miniatures next to the dining table and they were fully painted. It was a fully painted Khorne Bloodbound army. And my niece at the time, I don't know, it was probably 8. Don't ask me why. She was bouncing a ball in the house, bounces off the couch, lands directly on top of all the miniatures, and just a bunch of miniatures explode. And I was very relaxed with it. She was nearly in hysterics. I was like, it's okay. I was like, maybe we don't play with balls in the house again. I was like, let's not bounce basketballs in the house again. I think they're just maybe used to my brother, who's who's probably not got my temperament. I think what we'll do on tomorrow's stream is I'll keep blocking in all the rest of the colors on this art, on this these two Zakus, and then if I manage to block in all the colors, I think we'll start highlighting maybe the gray, because I at least know the recipe for the gray as opposed to both of the greens. So maybe I'll start highlighting those two colors, because I need to pick up some paint, because the colors which I think I want to use for the edge highlights are stuffed. They're two of the colors that used to be the colors that we used for orcs. I think it's Skarsnik green, Skarsnik and War Boss, I think, are the colors I want to be using, maybe, potentially. I did 2 tests and I don't think I was happy with either of them. One was a little bit too military. I know these guys are meant to be military, but it was a little bit too military green. And the other one was too pastel. I know that's devastating to Nath in chat. This one, I think, was a little bit too pastel-y. Maybe the second edge highlight was alright. Maybe it was the first one that wasn't any good. And then this one was just not where I want it to be. So yeah, I've got to work on those edge highlights. Trying to look at a bunch of different artwork as inspiration and then convert like 4 or 5 different greens into an heavy metal color that I think truly represents like a classic Zaku. Yeah, I've got Death World Forest. I do like Death World Forest too. I actually used it. I think I use it on that. I used Death World Forest on, I think it might have been my OG tower that I did. But when I was looking at the artworks for the Zaku, these guys, it did appear to be like a bit more of like an actual pastel base. So that is why this green is the color it is. I wonder if the other models that they're going to bring out are going to be push fit as well, or if they're going to require glue. Bandai put color guides in their Gunpla, maybe, to get like a true representation of what they think is the paint colors you should do. Is it actual like paint colors, like Tamiya paint colors or something? And are they accurate? Because Games Workshop does the same, but theirs is not.
You know, I believe that self-love is very important.
Mr. Hobby Paints. I've never even heard of that paint. I mean, it's got to be decent paint if it's getting put on Gundam models. But I can honestly say I've never heard of that paint. They come in a dropper bottle. Heavy metal recipes. Oh no, I know. I know, but I also believe that putting that on a box also is misleading. Especially for new people that don't know better. Or the photo editing they do as well. Especially on the website. Like, all that's bullshit. Like, honestly. It's honestly fucking garbage. Don't boost up the saturation of your reds. They came out with Gundam specific paints. Interesting. So what I'm hearing is that is the paint I should be trying to get if I'm going to make Gundam tutorials. Which I probably won't do, to be honest. I'll probably just continue using Citadel because, I mean, Citadel is pretty easy to convert. All right, we have achieved what we set out to do, and that is to apply a recess shade to the second of the Zakus. So we're going to finish stream up there. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. We did finish off Char's Zaku if you weren't here for it. That's what these guys are going to end up looking like, except in their colors. So they should look pretty damn cool next to this. I'm going to post some stories on Instagram, hopefully get some attention from Bandai. Imagine, been trying for years to get Games Workshop to see my miniatures and then post a Bandai model and they're like, yo, that's cool. Anyway, guys, we'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Australian Standard Time. Wind your clock back 2 hours from now. That is when the stream starts every day. I do it every day. Yeah. Catch you all tomorrow. Peace.